Good day! Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Thursday, March 4, 2021. The vaccination program against COVID-19 is seen to pick up its pace as vaccines reach more provinces and more doses are flown in, public officials said. They also cited growing public acceptance of the Sinovac vaccine. On Wednesday, the inoculation of more health workers continued, with one big private hospital joining the vaccine rollout. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said that as of Tuesday night, more than 2,000 Filipinos have received the Sinovac vaccine. Meanwhile, the first batch of AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine from the COVAX facility will arrive in the country on Thursday, Malacanang said on Wednesday. Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. said the Philippines is set to accept 487,200 doses of AstraZeneca vaccines. Originally, 525,600 of these vaccines were supposed to arrive on Monday, but was delayed due to a global supply problem. The Judicial and Bar Council on Wednesday junked the recommendation of the Supreme Court to exempt the 5 incumbent High Court justices applying for the position of Chief Justice from undergoing public interview, well-placed sources told the Manila Times. The JBC likewise refused to waive the submission of documentation requirements such as the statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth or SALNs and bank accounts. Students and teachers can look forward to having the usual 2-month break after the Department of Education dropped its plan to shorten it to 2 weeks. Education Undersecretary Diosdado San Antonio said a brief summer break would no longer be an option. He clarified that the proposal to shorten the summer break was among the many options considered and was not an official policy. The KUWTT research group has urged the government to control the spread of the B.1.351 variant, also known as the South African variant of COVID-19, because it can decrease the efficacy of the AstraZeneca AZD1222 vaccine by as much as 60%. The country is set to receive more than 487,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine on Thursday. KUWTT fellow Father Nicanor Ostriatico said failing to contain the spread of the B.1.351 variant could render 17 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccine that the country procured useless. Former Philippine ambassador to Brazil, Marichu Mauro, intends to question before the court her dismissal from service, claiming that the Department of Foreign Affairs denied her due process. President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday announced Mauro's dismissal from service upon the recommendation of Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. Her retirement benefits have been forfeited and was perpetually disqualified from holding public office. Mauro was recalled home in October 2020 to face investigation after a leaked video footage was shown on a local TV station in Brazil showing her maltreating her Filipino house help. Senator Ana Ceresia Ontiveros has called on social media giants Facebook and Twitter to crack down on criminal activities in their platforms, especially the online sexual exploitation of women and children, or OSAEWC. She made the appeal as the Senate Committee on Women and Children, which she leads, started its inquiry on the reported rise on OSAEWC. The senator on Wednesday voiced hope that Facebook and Twitter would cooperate in the investigation after they failed to send representatives to a hearing on Tuesday. In business, bank lending in the Philippines could rebound and expand by as much as 8% this year if the government speeds up the implementation of its infrastructure projects, S&P Global Ratings projected on Wednesday. In a webinar, S&P credit analyst Nikita Anand said the New York-based debt watcher expected bank lending to surge to 5 to 8% in 2021 after dipping by almost 1% the year before. Topping sports, Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo on Wednesday threw his support behind a proposed measure granting Philippine citizenship to Angelo Cuame. In his manifestation of support, Go, chairman of the Senate Games and Sports Committee, said granting Cuame Philippine citizenship will definitely bolster the country's chances in several upcoming basketball tournaments, including the 2021 FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Yen Macabenta, Ramon Tulfo, and architect Felino Palafox Jr. are today's front page columnists. Macabenta discusses the timeline on post-pandemic normal life. Tulfo affirms the statement of Senator Panfilo Lacson that President Rodrigo Duterte's war on drugs is a failure, while architect Palafox talks about the architecture, planning, and urban design of the Batangas City Land Use Plan and Zoning. Today's editorial discusses the controversial no vaccine, no work policy, which was countered by a labor group. Read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. With the Fort Villa Seran, this is Arik John C. reporting. May you have a safe Thursday ahead.